Hello everybody, this is Dave the Mechanic and I'm back with another video. And today I'm working on a 2000 Chevy Malibu LS. This is a 6-cylinder 3.1 engine. And today I'm changing front brake pads. This is what your brake pad should look like, and this is what your brake pad hardware should look like. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cap off and just set it right on top. I'm starting on the passenger side, and I have my jack on this main right side beam that runs from the front to the back. You can also use this part here, but if you don't have the right jack, you will bend that. Normally you have to have one of those factory jacks that this beam sits right in the middle of, and it won't bend. If you try to use one of these jacks on there without the slot for it, it will bend this. So it's best just to use this massive center beam right there. And I also have my jack stand set up. I have this in the air because I'm going to use an impact to get it off. Because it's front wheel drive, the parking pawl in the transmission will stop it from going back and forth, or stop it from spinning completely. So you will be able to get these off in the air, but I recommend breaking the studs loose, the nuts loose before you raise it all the way up. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get this caliper to slide. We're going to just only remove the top bolt only. This hose back here is freed up enough. I think we should be able to get this caliper to slide with just removing this bolt here. A lot of times when you're doing brakes and you're trying to get that bolt out, this inner nut starts to spin. You can just use some pliers to hold it, and you should be able to get that bolt all the way out. Okay, so now we're having a hard time, after getting the bolt out, getting the caliper to slide back. So there's a reason they have an opening right here in the caliper. You get your C-clamp on there, and then you turn it in, and it will push that piston in a little bit and give you enough clearance to get that caliper off. All right, so I pushed the piston in a little bit, and now magically it just slides right off. So we're just gonna let the caliper rest just like that. We have the bottom bolt still fully in, and now we should be able to slide our brake pads out. Make sure you set your brake pads where you can see where they came out. That way you can replace them with the proper pads. You want to have the same orientation for the wear sensors. So for instance, the wear sensor is on the right side here. So I know to make sure I get the new one with the same orientation. Like the other new one has it on the left side. So you want to make sure you replace it with the right pad. Get one of your old pads, set it right in front of this piston. Now I'm going to use my C-clamp again and finish pushing this piston all the way in. Alright, we got the piston pushed all the way in. Now we can focus on removing our old brake hardware. You can get a flathead and just pull those out. And now we can install our new ones. Get you a wire brush and get in all of these grooves here and up top for where your hardware goes, and make sure you get on the inside as well. for this part, I usually use compressed air, but you can also use some air duster from the can and just blow out all of the excess dust that we created. And now we're ready to put our hardware in. Get your new hardware, slide it in and press it down on the inside and the outside. And make sure it's firmly seated, evenly seated. And then do the same thing to the top. Now on your caliper, you will see another piece of hardware. This is what it looks like brand new. You're gonna get a flathead or something and you're gonna pry that out. Now go ahead and install your new one the same way the old one was in there. Go ahead and slide your new brake pads in. All right, once the brake pads are on, get you a little brake grease and just coat a little bit around the outer edge of that piston and a little bit on the edge of these two forks, and go ahead and slide your piston back on, not piston but your caliper back on. And now we're going to go ahead and insert our bolt. Once this bolt is tightened, just go ahead and check this bolt anyways, make sure that's good, and then we'll go ahead and get our tire on. Once you get your last tire on, just go ahead and put the cover to your brake reservoir back on. Make sure it's tight. Just make sure you pump the brakes back up before handing the keys back over or test driving it yourself, and that should be it. So stay tuned for another video. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video and you thought it was helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Also, if you feel this video saved you some money, don't be afraid to leave a little tip in the Cash App. The more reactions and support that I receive is the more content that I'll make.